Hey, what's up, guys? We're running a little late this Friday.
What up?
Good morning and welcome, gamers. We're going to jump right into the intro and then talk about our weeks a little bit. So, we are FPS Guides. Our goal is to bring the gaming community together with reviews, guides, news, and clutch plays. In addition, we talk about juicy rumors, controversies, and random topics of discussion. Here you'll find some facts, some opinions, and a whole lot of lame jokes. If you like what we do here, be sure to check us out on FPSGuides.com and follow us on social media. We stream this podcast live every Friday at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time at twitch.tv/FPSGuides. For all you listeners out there, FPS Guides podcast can now be found on Apple iTunes Podcasts, Google Play Music, Spotify, Stitcher, YouTube, and also Alexa. So go ahead and check those out.
Make sure when you search for those, hit FPS Guides in the search.
Right in the search there. If you are interested in becoming a part of the community or perhaps becoming a content creator and working with us, please reach out via our website or Discord or whichever. The Discord link is in the description on Twitch, so feel free to come and reach out, guys.
And on YouTube as well.
And on YouTube. Honestly, if you should be able to find us. We've worked pretty hard to make sure we're findable.
The glasses, not that.
It looks weird.
For our podcast listeners, thanks guys. The audience on the podcast is growing.
It's
Remember I told you
growing,
it was 21
really? I think
last
it's like
time? Is
20
it growing?
last-
35, bro.
Let's go!
There was a dip
Everybody.
last week because we skipped the week for
Yeah.
the Thanksgiving break.
Yeah.
So we only had like 18 people listen.
I see.
But it's been going on. So thanks guys.
Well,
you guys are
Hello, returning listeners.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you for coming back.
for
cater
those
to you
viewers.
guys.
Sorry for the.
Sorry for
Yeah,
the,
it looks different. We're using
the
a
wonky colors.
Logitech webcam instead
You're on
of
acid right now,
exactly.
actually.
So
Yeah, you're actually tripping.
You're actually tripping on mushrooms right now. That's why it looks like that. So
we did it on purpose.
yeah. We're trying to do a little psychedelic episode here. You know?
It's just the lo-fi fella. What's up?
What is
Division
up,
Matrix.
guys?
But it should still sound perfect.
Yeah, we should
Sound should still be
sound
perfect.
crisp.
So for our podcast listeners, the show should still be just as perfect as usual for y'all. So okay.
So I haven't
And
really
for
been
the
playing too much. This week,
for the podcast listeners, especially on like Spotify or wherever there's like a rating system, feel free to drop a comment, maybe to like help us out with the show, maybe to help you guys make it better to listen to or easier to listen to. Or
Yes.
throw a rating on there. Just it doesn't have to be nice. Just criticism.
Put a
is
comment
nice.
on there. We'll just give a shout out as long as it's not a bad word.
Yeah, because we can't do that. Yeah, so
Yeah,
I guess
so that
you
is
want to
some-
talk about your week?
I know some like the Misfits. They do that with their podcasts, and they'll read one, and it'll be like, "This podcast cured my cancer.
Like,
This
yes.
podcast saved my marriage." Something like that. Anyways, yeah, I actually haven't really been playing too much this week, to be honest. I just
Been busy.
it's not that I have been super busy or anything. I just kind of like in this little rut right now. I'm not really sure
Like
what
in
to
between
play or
games.
what to sink my time into. I did pick up Vermintide 2 because it was $7.50 on Steam.
True.
Which was a really good deal for what it was. And that one I am enjoying, but this is one of those games that is pretty repetitive, and it's only really fun if you're like playing with the boys, because that just makes it more entertaining.
True.
But for those of you who haven't played Vermintide, it is a Left 4 Dead clone. Like, it is so much like Left 4 Dead, it's not even funny. But just instead of they having guns and pipe bombs, you have swords and crossbows and magic and stuff. But it's a very fun game, and I highly recommend it if you see it on sale again, but I think it is not on sale anymore. I personally would not pay full price for it, because that's just it's just not the kind of game that I can warrant, for me, spending that much money. Because it's repetition at its core. It's a good repetition, and it's fun to play. And like the gameplay itself is very well done, it's very fun. But me personally, I can't see that as like a reasoning for spending more than
Right.
like,
It's more just like,
more than
break out some Mountain Dew and let's play.
I feel like spending more than $15 for me would be a no-go, but I mean, I know people who have paid full price for the game and put tons and tons of hours into it, and they thoroughly enjoyed it, so it's just kind of one of those games that it's for different people.
True.
You mentioned on the Discord that there was a voting, or there was a way to...
Yes, so we tried messing with it a little bit. I don't know if any other game does this, I haven't seen it on any others, but
Look at my
Vermintide.
glasses. They look cool.
Yeah, they look cool.
Nice.
But Vermintide has this, or Vermintide 2 has a Twitch link, basically. So if you're streaming to Twitch, you can link to your Twitch account, and what that does is links to your Twitch chat, and so your Twitch chat can directly manipulate your game via like a voting system.
It's baked into the game.
It's baked into the game.
Smart.
It's very cool, actually.
That's very cool.
And we only had just our buddy trying it out because we didn't really have anybody watching at the time. We just had our buddy kind of like just testing it out, and it works really well, and it's actually really neat. Like, for example, you go into the game, and then like a prompt comes up with like a 1 minute timer, and usually the prompt is like different effects. Like they'll spawn like this kind of enemy, or they'll spawn like a boss enemy, or they'll spawn like a bunch of these like hunter enemies, or you'll get like a curse where like you have to stay in close proximity of this other character for like a set amount of time, and if you guys get too far apart you get damaged, or like just random stuff like that. They also do buffs too, like you can give a healing item to like one person, and they actually have to the Twitch chat each like decides who in the party would get items because there's 4 people in a party.
That's pretty cool.
So it's actually it's really neat, and lets people like directly manipulate it, and they can make it more difficult or easier for the players. And honestly, it does make it more difficult. Like our guy was our buddy. It was our buddy Daniel. He was being a little sadistic, and we were already getting just like totally shafted of a bunch of enemies coming from all around, and he got the prompt to either like give us a healing item or like spawn in like a boss, and he spawned in the boss, and we almost lost.
Wow.
So it's really cool. I would highly recommend checking it out next time we do that, because I think it'd be really cool to get like a couple people, like a bunch of people in there, like voting for different things and stuff.
And you mentioned that this might be the first of its kind.
I think so. I haven't heard
really...
of it. And like when I saw it on there, I was like, "What is this?" And
I know
looked more into
Dead
it.
Cells also has
neat.
that.
Oh yeah, you did mention that
Dead Cells also has it. But that's like
something similar.
Platformer action game. So, like,
I guess it's
and you die in one hit.
It's a different thing, yeah.
Or no, you don't die in one hit. I'm sorry. That's a different game that I was playing. That's Katana Zero.
But
is there a name for this feature? Is it like
it's like stream?
It's like
viewer votership or something.
It's
like stream.
I forgot what they called it. It was like Twitch something.
Okay. In Dead Cells, it's called streamer mode. So you can just like toggle that mode on, and then they can do pretty much the same thing that JD was saying, that you can like spawn in different stuff.
Yeah, this one was like a Twitch link or whatever they called it, but it was very cool.
Nice. Yeah. What have you been playing, Sig?
I haven't played anything new, but I did replay the games that I have been playing with what is new, and it's not a video game review, but it's a hardware review. I finally picked up one of them. I got on the ultra widescreen bandwagon.
Oh yeah, I picked up a new monitor this week too.
Yep, it is definitely. It is worth the hype.
You like it? I
like it, and
what kind of ultra wide?
Well, I'm on my second one because the first one I ordered was a Samsung 34-inch 1440. Like I won't go. I don't want to do the 1080. I want to stick with 1440.
That's a good choice with that size.
Yeah, and it was a decent refresh rate. It wasn't like 120.
Yeah,
it was only 75 hertz, which is still faster. It was noticeable. Right. It was noticeable.
It's
from 60
noticeable.
to 75. It feels. You could feel.
Man, imagine going from 60 to 120.
Woo! Yeah, I can't imagine that. The fact that the first one they ordered was flat, it was not curved, that was dumb. That was very, very dumb because the corners and the edges feel so far away. Like we take it for granted.
Oh, I see. So you actually wish you got a curved one.
Well, I wished so much that I ordered one that same day. I'm like, I can't.
Oh no, I got it.
My wish became a reality.
It messes with your brain. It feels like, instead of it feeling flat, it almost feels like it's like this, like wings out.
Oh. Like when it's
because it's so far out. Yeah. 34 inches is really not that big.
What's over in that corner over there?
It's really not that big, but because it's 1440, it's high resolution, so you got to bring your head a little closer, which makes it almost impossible to read.
Curved, you just get like taken in by the monitor.
Yes,
I've never used a curved monitor, so I don't know.
It's actually pretty neat because I just picked up one this week. It's 24-inch AOC, 144 hertz, That's decent monitor. I got it for a steal. It's $115.
Super steal.
It's it's pretty neat, honestly. Like I didn't care about like a curved monitor. I was just looking for something with that type of specs.
Yeah.
And there's a curved monitor on sale.
Yeah.
That was a better price than most of the flat ones I was looking at. So I got that one, and it's honestly really neat. Like, you just feel like you're more like the information is just like
always there.
Just like,
no matter where you look, it's like always there.
Like, here you go, sir. What would you like to see?
Yeah.
And it's just like it's just right up in there, and it just feels nice. I don't know. And I'm just like, dude, for anything. Like I'm on Facebook, and I'm just like. You can see all things just very nicely, neatly
there. Do you
there.
notice the curve?
Honestly, yeah, you do notice the curve, but you don't notice, like, the curve doesn't cause any kind of, like, strange visuals with the stuff.
It's not like YouTube is, like, warped.
Like, it's not like you're looking at it and it's, like, distorted like this.
Yeah.
Because, like, that's what I thought, like, because that's what I heard from some people when curved monitors first started becoming a thing. Like, if you don't sit in the right spot, it looks really weird. But I have my curved monitor, like, catty-cornered to the side, and it's totally fine. Honestly, I think it's awesome. I'm really happy with it.
Nice.
It's a gimmick for TVs. It's downright dumb, I think, for TVs. Which is
to
why
have it on a TV.
I brought the same bias with me when I was looking for monitors. I was like, I don't need a curved monitor. I'll get a flat one.
Do you think because a monitor is always in front of you and you're always like pay attention to that one section of the screen?
I think with how far you are from a TV, it's kind of negligible, the curve there, because you can see everything clearly enough as is.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, if you have like a large screen and you're really close to it, it makes it more difficult to see things on the side unless it's curved in towards you.
Productivity people, if you do any video editing, I was using it for Tekla last night. We do when we're not doing the podcast, guys. Our real job is we do 3D models for steel structures. Yeah, and I'm flying around this model, and this thing is like wrapped around. Like
I haven't tried it with the curved monitor yet.
I can't go back. I cannot go back. There's no way.
I'm a convert.
In fact, I'm curious. I even ordered just in case. You know, when something's good, like, how much better can it be, right? Mm-hmm. So I'm excited, but it's on back order now. I ordered the new Samsung 49-inch super ultra wide. It's a 35:9 aspect ratio. That thing should, like, go around you. Yeah.
How much does that run you for? On sale?
A lot.
I'll just Black Friday deal. It was like $400 off. So
okay.
Yeah, that's a very that's an eloquent way of saying it was a lot of money.
Put it.
But I haven't installed it yet, and frankly, I'm enjoying the LG 30, the LG 34-inch, just dandy. That was like $450. Mm-hmm. No, 500. It was $500.
Okay.
That I might cancel that since it's back ordered. I gotta wait another month for that thing to come. But it's working great so far, and I didn't even get to do any video editing, but that timeline's gonna go all the way across your head, dude.
You don't have to just sit there and just
Yes. So playing games on it, I played Modern Warfare, ridiculous, and Rage 2, and those are the only two games that I played.
I actually can't play games on it,
but
yet, because it's kind of like...
If you guys are on the fence, if you're intrigued by it, you can't watch YouTube now without seeing like hardware reviews. Like if you're interested in looking to upgrade your display, everybody's talking about ultra wide and super ultra wide. I was like, that's just a hype train. I tried it out, and I like the look, the minimalist look, but it's actually very functionally effective too. I like it. I really, really like it.
Nice. I think like one big curved ultra wide can like replace like the
three monitors
setup that we have in there.
It's actually a million more pixels than 3 of my old setup. I had 3 1080 displays, 1920 by 1080. When you count all the pixels, that 49-inch will have 1 million more pixels. So I got more desktop real estate. And dude, you know what? It feels natural because we see in super ultra wide.
So it just
like the way our eyes look at things. It's
that's why we have peripheral vision.
Yes. It feels very natural. That curve.
But so what if you had a ultra wide and then you want like 3 windows open? Like, how does it snap? Because like on a regular monitor, it'll just snap to like half the monitor. Like, is there something that does that?
Samsung, the first one that I returned, didn't have a solution for that, but the LG does.
So how do you? If I want 3 equal windows, what do I do?
They have a software that you could. You know how you do window snaps?
Mm-hmm.
They got something. I didn't get to play enough with it because it just arrived last night. But you can do the same thing for programs. It's not baked into Windows. It's an LG software.
Okay.
Oh, so
You could snap into. You could snap into
necessarily do it
little
with Windows.
quadrants.
You do it with whole
Yeah.
programs.
Oh, that's
okay.
Samsung did not have that.
Oh,
LG has
You
that.
gotta have
So
that
with
with the
Samsung, you
Ultra
had to
dude.
like literally like take things and like edit the little window a little bit.
Yes.
That's
And
cool.
they had that picture by picture. Again, for business productivity purposes, this thing works great because you could use 2 inputs in the back and do it picture by picture. So
Okay.
it's like having 2 monitors still on that one monitor.
Nice.
So if you wanted to use your window shortcuts to snap, you still could.
It's really liking it, huh?
Yeah, it's really good.
Nice.
It's really
Nice.
good. So, thumbs up if you guys are interested. You should try it. If you've been thinking about it, give it a try. You're gonna love it.
Nice. Good stuff.
So what about you?
I've been playing video games, or trying to. I started Devil May Cry 5, which I'm liking so far, and I
Good
started
time.
Resident Evil 2 Remake, which I like. I have some problems with, but I like overall.
The problems you have with it are like
They're kind of like, so Resident Evil 2, I mean, it's a huge franchise. I'm sure you guys know of it. Like, like survival horror, go through scarce resources, evade zombies, stuff like that. It takes you 6 to 8 bullets in the head to kill a zombie. That's not okay.
Is it really?
That's not okay, especially when the game scarcely gives you ammo because, it's survival horror. That's not...
Bullets?
Does it
Yeah, yeah, dude, I did it 2 days ago, and I was like, all right, let me try this. And I shot the zombie 6 times in the head, and I was like, all right. And he fell down, and I was like, okay, this thing's dead. And I just saw him get right back up. I'm like, what? Like, what am I supposed to do? But you're supposed to kind of run around a lot of them. And let me tell you, the audio in this game, it's probably the second best audio I've heard.
Really?
Like, it is
I heard it was
terrifying.
like really spooky.
It's terrifying, dude. And I'm pretty up there with horror games. Like, I don't usually get scared that easily with horror games, but this is like, it's like, you're Leon Kennedy, or I'm playing Leon first right now, and I'll play Claire later.
Yeah.
And then you're just like, you got one bullet, you got a knife, you gotta go around this corner, and you see this light, it's like flickering, and every time it flickers, the shadow gets a little bigger, and the sound gets a little louder, and you're just like,
yeah. And you just hear like this
I don't wanna go
ambient
there.
noise just kind of building.
So just so I have a gauge, like if that's number 2, what's your number 1 for audio?
Audio.
Oh, Hellblade. Hellblade Senua's
Ooh.
Sacrifice. Because of the 3D audio with the voices and everything, it's like,
Whoa.
wild.
For me, it might be Hunt Showdown actually. Some of like the
Because both those games use
craziest.
binaural 3D audio, which is what
Dude,
Resident Evil does as well. So that's why.
craziest.
Yeah.
So like you hear, and then especially when you're running, you can hear the footsteps just like
And
behind
you know the direction it's coming from?
Yeah, you hear it behind you, and you're just like,
Okay.
I gotta get this door open. The footsteps get louder. You're trying to get this door open. Like, yeah, it's the atmosphere is awesome.
Oh, you know what? I lied. I did play a game. I played Metro Exodus.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah.
And
I
it
like
lacked that. It didn't have that.
That
I hear a noise, but I don't know where it's coming from. It just comes out of the headset. It wasn't like Hunt Showdown where you
felt
know where the
like it
noise
was-
is coming from.
Did you mess with your audio settings at all?
I didn't, so I probably
Oh,
needed to
that-
turn something on.
Okay.
It
Well,
might
what
have
did,
been
what
why.
did you think of that game?
That was too scary for
Too
me,
scary?
man.
That's
That was
too
too
scary.
scary.
Good,
The-
but just not your.
The beginning
type
of the
thing?
game you are still in Moscow and you are going through the metro tunnels, which is like kind of scary part.
Bro,
of the
it's
game.
terrifying. There's no HUD. Like
Yeah,
I don't.
no,
That's
it's
that's
awesome.
part of the game.
I feel so alone
Because,
playing
like,
the
if you're
game.
watching
Like you have
it.
your watch to check your stats
love
there.
that.
You have to like
I
check your
love that.
bullets for ammo. This is like legit.
I love that, dude. I love when they mix
thought
the
that was
HUD
really
realistically into
Really?
the game.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I love that.
Like Dead Space does that too. I thought it
Yeah.
was super cool.
Yeah.
When you're playing Gears, you have all these HUD. Like you feel like you're in a mech.
It's a
Yeah,
video game.
Yeah.
It's a very game.
But
game.
Metro, I felt very
It's
alone.
still, like less.
That's kind of the
kind of
point.
the thing.
There's
yeah.
no music. There's no sound effect unless you do something.
Yeah.
It was too spooky for me.
It's a very tense game. They want it to
You didn't
be
even
like
get to the.
you're not
enemy.
watching
Like,
a movie. You're like in the movie.
It's the worst part of the movies. Like when you're watching a horror movie and you're like,
The build up.
why is this character doing that? Like, don't go there. Well, in this game, you have to go there. I'm like, why am I playing this
What's that
game?
noise down that basement?
Yeah.
And
So
you're like, no.
you weren't a fan of the HUD layout. You'd rather have an on-screen display rather than
You'd rather
something
have it
built
says
into the
like
character.
bullets there and health here.
No. I guess I am a fan because I was so terrified of not having a HUD.
Oh, you felt like like naked, like
yes,
like bare, like defenseless.
Dude, no sound, no HUD. You're just like, go explore.
It's all you, yeah.
Yeah.
There's monsters everywhere.
I love that. It's awesome.
I hated it. I hated it.
I love that one.
But yeah, the sound was not as good. Sound is huge. Mm-hmm. Thank goodness the sound wasn't good, because it was already damn scary enough as it is. If the sound,
I know
Xbox
One has a Dolby Atmos in it, or Xbox One X maybe. So that was like enabled within Metro. And then when I was playing on PC, I have a Dolby Atmos headset, or kind of. It does 7.1 sound.
Okay.
So I heard it and I was like, man. Woo,
so it is. I probably just needed to enable it. And
it does have. I mean, it's not like, the most memorable sound ever or anything, but it is well done, and they do have that kind of like that peripheral sound stuff going on. You hear like little clicking of critters in the background.
Yeah, it's just because Resident Evil is so good at that sound, and then the lighting is probably like top 5 that I've seen, because if you have really good lighting and really good sound, that's the atmosphere right there.
Yeah,
that's it. So if you can pull that off, you got it. And then DMC5 is just fun. Just a fun game.
Just good time. Just kill demons.
Combat's fun. Like, it's not as good as Platinum games, but it's fun.
But
yeah, that's what I've been playing, really. Just waiting, dude. Waiting for next year, man. 2020 is like a shotgun every month of games. Like, it's...
I think eventually I'm going to get back into Fire Emblem. It's
eventually.
just, I have to, like, really motivate myself.
True. All right, so do you guys want to talk about the news?
Yeah, let's talk about
before we leave
that
topic about like realism. Like, would you guys? I mentioned before. Would you guys be interested in like a smell emulator?
Nah.
No.
I think there's like 2 things I don't want. I don't want smell or taste.
Taste would be bad.
Too much.
But if they had like some
you're
kind
playing
of, like,
Gears, you're sawing a monster in half.
I'd rather it be like some kind of like haptic feedback suit or something like that, where like you get shot, you feel like a poke or something like that. Like that'd be dope. But like, I don't want to smell like
I'm good.
Whatever's going on in the game. I mean, you see some of these games with like corpses everywhere.
Yeah, like I'm not. I like be throwing up in my room.
Well, I mean, they would leave out.
It would be tame.
Yeah, they would leave out the smells that smell really bad. But like if you're running through a field, like if you could smell the grass, that'd be kind of sick.
That'd be neat. I mean,
I'm more interested in
you're walking through town and you're walking by a bakery and then you smell like the cookies or the bread. You'd like bookmark, be like, okay, I know where my inventory locker is, because it's near the cookies.
And then as an RPG player, you just go in there and kill everybody.
At that point, like once we get to that point where there's that kind of like immersion stuff, I'm just gonna wait until we have like those kind of like headsets from like Sword Art Online or Hack Sign, where they like just like dive their consciousness into the game itself.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm more interested in like a haptic feedback,
like Ready Player One.
Ready Player, yeah.
Kind of like that, but in Ready Player One, he just kind of like moves. It's like a suit, but like, and like the things that I suggested, they like put this thing on their head, and then like literally like they like go to sleep, and their consciousness goes into their game character.
That's might be a little too far for me.
So that's all I want to get to. You want to be in the virtual reality. I want to feel the fear of death.
You just wake up. You have like you're just crapped your pants in your bed.
I want to get PTSD from my getting.
Your bed is just full of crap because you've been crapping yourself because in this VR world.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm more interested in haptic response, kind of like what PlayStation is trying to do with their next controller, where you can feel different surfaces or grass or something. That'd be cool.
That'd be sick.
Yeah.
Where like so you pick something up, you can like feel like an object almost.
The example they gave was like in a racing game when you're driving over like say like asphalt, you would feel that, but over grass you would feel something else. Like it would give you a different sensation.
I see.
Which is sick.
That's cool. I like that.
All right.
Cool.
So, news time.
We should talk about the news now.
News time. All right, guys. So you may recall, or you may not, that Riot Games
update
was on the receiving end of a class action lawsuit that started up in August of last year. The reason being that 2 women, one former and one current employee, moved to sue Riot Games for sexual discrimination and harassment allegations.
As well as I think pay difference was in there too.
Yeah, that was kind of like
now,
the sexual discrimination is kind of like where I put all that in there. But yeah, there was
but
like
they were getting differently paid based on the same job title, which
they were getting
that's not fair.
Paid differently based off the same job title. They were Just being generally disregarded among their like male peers and stuff like that. Stuff that we shouldn't be dealing with. This almost 2020 guys. But anyways, apparently there's like a laundry list of complaints and stories of harassment and an environment that promotes what they call quote unquote bro culture. You know what I'm talking about? The whole like locker room talk, that kind of stuff. That stuff that as guys we think it's innocent and stuff, but for a lot of women, especially in a professional environment, makes them really uncomfortable, right?
Fair.
So, the worst part being executives and administrators and people high up there are some of the worst offenders. You can see a lot more about this actually in a Kotaku article where they actually have reports and testimonials from a lot of employees, not just the two, but like a lot of other employees. So Riot Games actually decided to settle. They're going to pay $10 million to settle in the lawsuit.
$10 million. That's like pocket change, dude.
And
that's literally couch money.
So,
that's couch money.
And so how that's being broken down is the two employees that actually filed the lawsuit, or the one employee and the one former employee, are going to be $10,000 each, and the rest will be distributed amongst the remaining members after the lawsuit fees are paid, which comes to about $6.2 million in total, divided amongst I'm not sure how many people. Riot is taking measures to change the reputation of having a toxic work environment. You can see kind of their plan or the new kind of coat of arms and their new ideals on their website under a tab called Diversity and Culture. Yeah, we did report on this last year, a little bit more than a year ago, actually. And we said we would update it, and here we are updating it.
What do you guys think? Do you think this is right? Do you think this is like
I think Riot Games got away with. I think honestly that for Riot Games that really wasn't. That wasn't.
They're probably happy to settle. Like $10 million. There you go.
Yeah, settle $10 million. Like sure, like it could have been a lot worse.
League made them $1 billion in revenue last year.
Yeah,
so
like it could be a lot worse.
What do you think, Sig? You're a business owner.
Like you as a business owner understand the like the seriousness of like sexual harassment allegations and how it could affect your business, especially a business this well known.
That bro culture. That bro culture is. That in software, there's very few women who major in software development.
Right.
When I was a freshman at UCF taking computer science, the freshman class was like 380. There were 2 girls. 2 women.
Wow.
In that class.
Jeez. Those
same 2 made it all the way through, by the way. They made it all the way through the 4th year. But 2 out of 380, the bro culture is not something that Riot Games created. It's just...
No, it's not something they created, but it's more something that they didn't... this being a professional work environment, they didn't...
And this is a very well-known studio.
Yeah. This is kind of things where like, all right, so here's an example. I didn't actually put this in here, but here's one example from one of the things that happened. One of the
that's not true, dude.
One of the officers. I forgot what his actual title was, but he's basically like
the COO, right?
Was it?
I don't know. It was up there.
He was up there. He was one of the officers. He basically was going around and like farting on employees and like grabbing nuts and stuff. This is like your boss's boss's boss doing that.
Imagine you're just working on this game.
Yeah, he's an idiot.
Imagine just coming up and just like doing like, and then just like coming and grabbing your balls, dude.
Be like, dude, I'm trying to work on this game here, man. Like, what?
And that's not okay. And like the whole, and then the things where it becomes more toxic is because like if you don't laugh it off, if you don't be like, oh ha ha ha, good one, sir, then like you're just like snobby. Yeah, and that's kind of like, and that's the opinion that they spread about you.
Like a hot girl list, pretty much.
Yeah, they had an official email thread going through the company, rating all the female employees based off of a hotness scale.
Pretty much everything they did, very like do in a company.
Should not do. It's very high school shit right there, guys.
No, I get it. I get it. I totally. They needed to
straighten themselves out.
They need to get a slap. Maybe a slap on the wrist was not enough, but they still needed to feel something. Yeah. That said, this is not gonna make it go away. That bro culture is gonna remain until there's a larger
Yeah.
until women start saturating this industry
Yeah.
more.
It's a lot more.
Well, that too, or you
embedded
just have
in the
not
entire industry
jerks.
and stuff. But yeah, I mean,
Anytime you've got 50 guys and one female in one environment, the dudes are just gonna start acting.
it becomes
like
more of
idiots.
like the male dominant environment.
Yeah.
It's just how it is, and then they don't really.
And Riot definitely wanted to get this done because they got a ton of games in the pipeline for next year and then on. So you don't want
They don't want
to
this
announce
bad
a game and be
press.
like, oh right, isn't that company that like is still in a lawsuit? Like
Yeah,
you
they
don't
want
that.
bad press. If they were actually fighting, if they were going to fight the lawsuit more, then it definitely would have made them look a lot worse. Because I mean, like, oh, it's just like those people that hire a bunch of, like douchey, like whatever.
Yeah, it's
dudes.
very bad
So,
reputation for
yeah.
the company. So hey, maybe this is
So you
maybe
hope
in
you
10,
learned
maybe
your
in
lesson,
5-10
guys.
years they'll be like, man, we're so much better than we were.
Yeah, see, you learned
We'll
your
see.
lesson. All right, get your shit together. Figure it out. All right, moving
So that's
on
that.
a little bit. What's it? Resident Evil
Oh
3
yeah.
remake.
So there was a leak on the PSN store, no doubt, which is weird.
Okay.
'Cause that usually doesn't happen.
Yeah.
So Resident Evil 2 remake came out this year in February. Critical and fan acclaim, really
Very well
good. Playing
acclaimed,
through it right
did very
now,
well.
like it a lot. So everyone's like, oh man, what's the next thing? What's the next thing? So Resident Evil 3 remake
Okay.
is the next thing, and it leaked I think earlier this week on, like I said, the PSN store. Literally the cover and like details and everything were there. Like you know
Oh
how
my
you go to
God.
the PSN store
Yeah,
and you
yeah.
select over a game, it's like
and it
details.
shows everything
yeah.
about it.
That was
the
everything.
DLC and the content.
Yeah, everything was there, and they were just
Yeah.
like, "What the hell's this? Like, this isn't announced."
Way to go.
So that got leaked, and
Way to
if
go.
I don't know, can you pull up the cover at all, Sig?
For Resident Evil 3?
Yeah,
I've never
remake.
played Resident
Remake.
Evil 3.
It looks good. Like
I've only played
Jill
4 and
Valentine
5.
looks good. Like she looks
Oh, I'm
very
sure they
good.
look. I mean, this is a remake, so this is like.
yeah,
good
she looks
looking.
like I don't know if you guys have seen Claire from Resident Evil
Sexual.
2, but she looks awesome.
Mm.
Like she looks cool.
Mm-hmm. Oh, dude, all Capcom characters have.
Which one am I looking at here?
Resident Evil 3.
First
remake.
one,
Whoa.
the first one,
This?
first image.
Oh, okay, yeah. So that's Claire, right?
No, that's
Or that's
Jill.
Jill.
That it's Jill Valentine and Carlos somebody. I don't remember Carlos's last name. Carlos somebody. I know. What a
He
what
must
a
be
nerd.
He must be very like inconsequential to the whole story then, because
Who knows him? I don't-
because the only like male characters I know are Chris Redfield and Leon Kennedy and the guy that came up in number 5.
Yeah. So that got leaked out. That's pretty exciting because right now, since I'm going through number 2, I'm like, oh man, this is really cool. I'm digging this right now. So I'm excited for the next one. And plus, I kind of like when they remake games like this in this way. So it kind of brings it to another generation because these games were on PS1, GameCube, PS2. Like that's a whole generation of gamers that don't know about this story. So yeah, there you go. If you're into Resident Evil or horror games, check that out.
Carlos.
Whenever it comes out, probably early next year, I'd say.
Carl's got kind of like a Spike Spiegel hair thing going on.
Yeah,
really
yeah.
big hair.
Jill looks cool, man. She's just like, yo, let's kill some zombies.
She kind of reminds me of like of Laura Croft, like in her most recent.
Yeah, it's
So,
almost exactly like that.
Almost exactly like that, but short hair and blonde, and no dark ponytail.
True.
She
She's
probably
pretty.
kicks ass.
Yeah.
Nice.
She's pretty. She looks like oh my gosh.
She looks like that girl from The Walking Dead.
She looks like Rachel E. Cook.
Oh, I don't know who that is, but she's probably pretty.
Oh man, I just dated myself.
You just dated yourself?
Yeah, that's a.
All right. Well, for the
Back in
for the
high
people who were born
in the 20th century.
in the last decade, can you?
In the last decade.
You want to pull it up, Rachel E. Cook?
We're only 10.
or the 2 decades ago. Sorry.
So so that got leaked. It'll probably it's not going to show up at the Game Awards, but it will be revealed soon, which I don't know when that's going to be because the Game Awards is next week. So you got like 6 days to reveal this
Be
thing.
soon.
And
So there's
then-
going to be 2 versions: a Z version and a non-Z version.
I have no idea what the Z version thing is.
I think
Okay.
it's like a collector's.
That
or
might
like a special edition,
that might be
limited
that
edition.
makes sense. Yeah.
But yeah, so look out for that. First half of 2020 probably land in March with everything else in the world that's coming out. So
Oh.
yeah. Oh, and then another cool story we have is that PlayStation CEO Jim Ryan, the top guy, there's no guy above him, except for like the owner of Sony, solidifies that Sony will not make another handheld. So no more PSP, no PS Vita successor in the future.
That's probably a good thing.
His actual quote actually is pretty interesting. It said, "PlayStation Vita was brilliant in many ways, and the actual gaming experience was great. But clearly, it's a business that we are no longer in."
Yeah, dude. We hired Casey in the last year and a half or something.
Yeah, is that what we did?
Huh?
Is that what happened?
Oh, no, it's because Division Matrix saying the SIG doesn't hire women. It's like, that's not true.
Don't spread that around. That's
It was
not,
also only like...
Not true, dude.
There was also only like, what? Like several that apply.
Yeah.
Like
it's like, what do you want me to do?
In total, not like a year. Like
the pool is...
Oh, yeah, for when we were doing the interviews?
Like when you guys are hiring for MSAC, how many like female applicants did you guys get?
In y'all's round?
No, ever.
Just
ever? 1 is to 50. Maybe 1 is to 40. No, 1 is to 50. But for every 50 applicants, I'll have 1.
That's a lot.
For us, you have like 1.
Yeah, but when for the health,
yeah, but
it was actually there were more women applying.
Yeah,
in the health industry.
Yeah,
but for the engineering
thing, yeah.
and what we do, 1 is to 50, and software is even worse.
Yeah. So, what do you guys think about PlayStation not making any portables in the future? Think it's a good idea, bad idea? Think they should keep the pressure on Nintendo?
It makes...
I'm sure Nintendo's dancing around.
It makes sense, to be
super
honest.
happy. It's like, oh, we don't have any competition. Not that we did anyway.
It makes sense, to be honest. Like, the PlayStation, the PSPs were cool and all. Like, I had one, and they were really neat. You could play, like... I liked them because at the time, you could play more mature games on that one than there was available on Nintendo, because let's face it, Nintendo isn't really known for having mature games.
No.
So that was like, oh, this is the mature, like the teenager, young adults, like PSP. But the thing is it's just like, it's just so-so in general. Like, the games that come out of it were like so-so. Some cool ones, but generally a lot of so-so games.
Mm-hmm.
And
PS Vita, that was the home of hentai games, man. Like,
really?
Oh, yeah.
I never even...
PS Vita lived probably another few years because of that.
Because of hentai games?
Yeah. Because think about it, like hentai games, they're 2D, they're relatively easier to make, you have a market for them, and the portable gaming industry is huge in Asia.
Yeah.
So,
I guess so.
It's like the hentai machine.
And you're gonna want to like you're gonna want to have a game like that on a handheld anyways.
Yeah, definitely a handheld.
You're definitely gonna want to like hide your dark secret from everybody you know. So.
Yeah, so PlayStation's not gonna do any more portables, which is fine.
Yeah,
that's all right.
Fine. I mean, to be honest, the portable market, I feel like it's generally is decreasing.
Yeah. However, what Sony is gonna do is announce another State of Play on Tuesday, December 10th. And in that State of Play, there's going to be new info, new game releases, and updates. Which is dope. The rumors are saying Ghost of Tsushima.
Game announcements?
Huh?
Those are whole new announcements, or
like
new
updates and new announcements.
Ooh.
So the rumors are saying Ghost of Tsushima is going to make an appearance, which would be sick.
I need some more.
Super
I
waiting
need some
for
more
that
info
game.
on that game, man.
And yeah, so that's cool. Check that out, December 10th. We'll have all that info on our next show because
that's when we'll
takes
have
place
it
on Tuesday.
Let's see.
Oh, dude, you'll be super excited about this, man. Blue Point Games, they're the remaster gods, pretty much. They said their PS5 project will, quote, become the achievement they're most proud of, end quote, right there. And they've been teasing Resistance. Did you play that?
I did not, but I always wanted to.
Castlevania, awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And Demon Souls, they're also teasing a remaster of, which would be sick.
Shit, buddy.
This is the only Souls game I didn't play,
That's literally the only Souls game I didn't play, and I need to play it.
So if you guys are looking out for some cool, they actually teased this really well because they had a picture of a red moon with like birds flying, and it was all dark, and it was like every line was a quote from each game that they're teasing, and I was like, dude, how can you guys do this? How can you guys do this to me? But
so it wasn't obvious. People
no.
like looked at it and they're like, "Oh my god, that's from this game, and this game."
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool.
So look out for that.
I didn't play Resistance. That was one of those games I always wanted to get, but I didn't have a PlayStation at the time. And by the time I got a PlayStation, the game was just like really old at that point.
What are you guys feeling on remasters and remakes? Do you support them, or is it like, why do that? It's already made.
I like them. I like remastering things for for new generations. But I don't like just like
up-res
I don't
graphics?
I don't like Skyrim remasters Because Skyrim Remaster, the only thing they truly did, was consolidate the DLCs, adding modding capabilities for consoles, which if you're playing on PC doesn't even matter because you could do that day one, and slightly update the graphics. It's hardly noticeable.
Okay, so
whereas like the distinction between like Resident Evil 2 and the Resident Evil 2 remake is night and day. Like this one was made in this century and this one was not. Like it's very clear.
What are your feelings on that?
That's what I want.
Just like remakes and
I'm hoping that's what they go.
I don't like them.
You don't like
that's
them?
what they go with these three.
Welcome to the channel, Hackboy. If you want to go ahead and finish that question, we'll go ahead and address it. He said, does anyone else think Resident Evil 2 is something?
Oh yeah. I'm playing it right now, so I mean, I can maybe answer whatever you're trying to say, but
I'm not a fan of remakes.
no.
Not
How
a
come?
fan.
Just old, make something new.
I think I'm just gonna.
Yeah.
Think we're gonna do something, make something new.
Yeah. Although on Disney Plus, I was watching some of the old Star Wars, like remastered.
Looks good, right?
That's
Pretty
sexy.
good,
Don't
yeah. It just
Oh man, but like Cade will never know the joy of punking your friends in Halo, like the true joy of going in the Blood Gulch and Halo Combat Evolved and sniping your buddy from spawn. Like
Maybe.
that's what he needs.
Maybe if he gets the Master Chief
Remastered.
Collection.
The Master Chief Collection lets him do that.
That's
But also, like probably none of his friends play Halo. So.
Why are you playing Halo? Play Fortnite. It's like, no, I'm playing a man's game.
In a man's game. It's got an M rated. You let Cade play M rating games? Well, you did let him play Gears for a little bit, but you were playing with him.
only when I'm playing with
Only
him.
when we have
Do you think
parents
it's okay because like Gears is so in Mortal Kombat is so over the top. It's so like it's almost like cartoony violence. It's so
Yeah.
just
That's the point.
Yeah.
like,
I mean, anything you see
insane.
on there, it's like it's
But
not
Modern Warfare, however,
much better on
is
TV.
much more
In Gears 5,
rounded.
it's gory, but you're slaying like
They're not
alien invaders.
They're only people. Yeah,
Yeah.
I could see there's that. I could see a lot of games that have when you look at it at the core, it's very violent and aggressive, but like they're robots. Who cares?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a way to like dehumanize the enemy.
Yep.
Yeah, and then let's see what else we got going on here. Oh, did you play Battleborn at all? That was a PC
I
game.
knew of Battleborn, and actually I learned of Battleborn before I learned about Overwatch or Paladins, which made me
did you play
sad.
it?
No, because
Why did you play it?
Battleborn died.
It's dying right now. That's
Yeah.
that's what we're gonna talk about.
It died. No, it was dead on arrival.
Oh,
man.
that's bad.
It was dead on arrival. Like
Well-
the game was played. There was people who really enjoyed it and people who preferred it over the other two, but it just didn't have enough people. It just didn't.
Yeah.
And I just.
It's being sunset right now. It's
Yeah.
dying. It's servers are gonna go offline permanently.
It sucked.
January 2021.
Because it looked genuinely cool. Like it honestly did. It was.
It's
it
kind of
was
sad when a game just
Yeah.
it's forever gone.
Yeah.
No, you
Yeah.
will never ever play this again.
And there was a
Like,
lot of
it's gone.
they put a lot of love into this game. You know, there's a lot of really cool characters actually, and like really neat ones.
Yeah, but didn't Overwatch come out like a month after, or
That's
like
the
very
thing.
soon after?
That was the thing. The Overwatch. Yeah, it came out. I think Overwatch actually came out before.
Oh,
But
that's
I think
bad.
Battleborn was publicly announced for. You have to quote me on this. I'm not sure, but I think Battleborn was publicly announced first. Like I remember reading that in a Game Informer magazine before I heard about Overwatch. But Overwatch was like announced and then released faster
True,
because Blizzard and are huge.
that's true. Yeah.
And so
well, this is 2K, dude. They're huge too.
I guess Blizzard just
Blizzard's
better
huger.
I guess Blizzard just better at that kind of.
Yeah.
I mean, they have World of
Well,
Warcraft.
if you guys
and
are still
stuff,
playing
yeah,
Battleborn,
so-
all like 10,000 of you, I guess. I don't know how many people are playing, but
I'm really impressed with that word though, sunset. To sunset a game. Instead of
To
saying,
sunset
yeah,
the
we're
game.
killing the game, they use a nice, beautiful word to
because the sunset is beautiful, right? It's going down.
The story is
Sunset
closing.
the game. Yeah, that's a
Sun's
good marketing
going down
word right
in this
there.
game.
Sunsetting.
So if you guys play Battleborn, let us know what you think. It seems really cool to me, but I've never gotten into it.
Yeah, and then so that's gonna go offline January 2021. No more Battleborn forever. Gone.
Nintendo Switch isn't launched in China yet?
No, but it's launching in 4 days. December 10th. Nintendo's launching the Switch in China, which is literally gonna make them so much money.
What?
Like, that's what the New York Times says, man. That's where I sourced it from. They said
How is
Switch
that-
releasing in China.
How are they only getting this now? I don't understand. They're like,
and it's gonna make online play even.
they're like a stone's
more
throw
slow.
away from Japan.
Well, yeah. I don't know. Maybe they just because you have to go through Tencent to do anything. So maybe they had to go through Tencent.
Even Tencent, they should see that.
But
as
yes,
a
this
huge
was
business
launching
opportunity.
December 10th in China. That's oh man, that's so much money. So much money right there.
So yeah. All right, guys. Well, I guess we can all safely stop playing Smash Bros. Online.
Yeah.
Because once the Chinese start getting into it, it's over.
It's over.
It's over.
It's just gonna be like China, Japan, Korea fighting each other all the time.
Yeah, and it would just be like us Westerners just like, just hitting each other with like raw fish or something. Happy 25th birthday to PlayStation.
Woo,
the original
PlayStation.
PlayStation. Launched December 3rd of 1994.
Yep.
I was born that year.
So was I. So yeah, 25 years of PlayStation, and they actually just got a Guinness World Record of becoming the best-selling home console ever. Because they've sold over 500 million units between PlayStation 1 to PlayStation 4.
That's what happens
Which
when
is
you got
like
good exclusives.
a lot.
That's what happens
So that's
when
cool.
you have a more affordable console with better exclusives. Platinum Games is releasing 4K remasters of Bayonetta and Vanquish.
Yeah, I'll play those.
Pick
I
them
think.
up if you're looking for some fast-paced fun. Vanquish was like super dope, actually. Like, it was one of those games that kind of flew under a lot of people's radar, but it was by Platinum, and it was a very solid action game. It was like super awesome, and highly recommend trying it out because it's probably mad cheap if you find it somewhere. And
I'm gonna
Bayonetta is,
jump into that.
like
I like Platinum games a lot.
yeah,
So.
and Bayonetta's like the Devil May Cry, but it's a woman instead of Dante,
Hot woman.
a hot woman who
A
uses
a
her
witch. She's a hot witch.
who uses her demon hair as a bodysuit, and it's a little
Japan.
It's a little sexual, man.
Japan.
It is what it is. Moving on, there's a new multiplayer Outlast game actually that was announced on Wednesday called Outlast Trials. We don't know any information about it yet. They haven't shown any gameplay footage or cinematic trailer or anything like that. They just like, hey, this is a game, it's happening, and it's a thing. What they did say is that it's a multiplayer game, which is interesting because if you don't know what Outlast is one of those infamous walking simulator horror games where like literally it's just you and like a night vision camera or something like that, and you're going around picking up keys and unlocking doors and
So
trying
you should
to
play
like,
this game,
stay like
is
that.
what you're saying to me.
So this is a very scary game. This is one of those games that actually our boy Dude Poodley streamed a little bit, and he screamed like a little girl when he was playing it.
Zig, would you play this game if it was a multiplayer horror game?
What if we were in there together?
Multiplayer
Yeah,
horror
yeah,
game?
yeah.
I'd play
I like
that.
You would
hold your
play
hand.
it?
Yeah, I'd play that.
Nice. All right, cool. We should
So
try
we don't
it
know
then.
what kind of game it is. I'm assuming it's going to be similar to Friday the 13th, where like your main goal is really to survive, not really to beat the bad guys or whatever. And possibly it could be like a PvP style thing where like the killer or psycho or whatever is actually played by a person as well.
That'd be cool, man.
And they have
Like,
a lot of abilities and stuff because that's how it was in Friday the 13th.
I like that style of gameplay where
It's very cool.
because horror and multiplayer usually don't coexist too well.
But that's such a good mix. Like, it works really, really well. And so, I'm actually really excited to see more about this.
Man, that'd be cool to have the brothers Cabrera play that because they're all scaredy cats.
The little scary cats. Wait, is Jay like that too? He don't like scary movies and
Yeah, I
stuff?
don't like scary movies. Yeah.
Man,
What's up with y'all? Also, Starship Troopers. I know y'all love that one. Starship Troopers Terran Command, an RTS game, is set to release 2020. If this doesn't excite you, we can't be friends because I love Starship Troopers. All right, get out.
Game of the year 2020, baby.
Game of the year 2020.
Beats
It's
out
already decided.
Cyberpunk. Beats out Last of Us 2.
We're on all of it. Starship Troopers. Let's go, boys. You ever seen Starship Troopers?
Yes.
Yeah.
You should play that, dude. You should play that with Cade. Be like, Cade, we're watching Starship Troopers and then we're playing this game.
You're talking about the movie, right?
Yeah.
I like
Like-
Diz. She was.
That
I don't remember that movie almost at all.
It was awesome.
And then another quick reminder here, we got the Game Awards taking place on December 12th at 8:30 our time, which is Eastern Time. Why don't you guys come and join us? I think we'll be probably streaming it. Are we going to do that?
What time?
Can't. It's at night.
It's Thursday, pretty much 8:30.
Thursday.
Like, do like a watch-along kind of thing?
No, yeah.
8:30 p.m. or a.m.
No,
PM.
PM. Because it's held in California, so, 3 hours difference.
I still think I'm gonna win. It's gonna be Smash.
It's going to be Smash?
It's gonna be the game of the year.
You think so?
We'll see.
We play some bets or what?
Yeah, we should play some bets. What?
All right.
What were the
Yeah,
options again?
It was Control, Smash, Death Stranding,
Yep.
Sekiro, and RE2 Remake. I think it's going to be RE2 Remake. Because I'm playing that right now, and it's like, man, this game looks good.
Has Kojima won in the past? Kojima games?
He's probably won
Multiple
for Metal
times, I
Gear
would say.
sometime, or Silent Hill, or something. Like, so Smash over there, and then I'm saying RE2 Remake.
I'm saying it's going to be Death Stranding. I don't want it to be Death Stranding.
I really don't want it to be
but
Death
I
Stranding.
think it will be Death Stranding.
All right.
Well, yeah, we'll
Locked
see.
in.
Because it's just spicy enough.
So you got a Resident Evil 2 remake,
Yeah.
Death Stranding, and Smash.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Well, we will see next Thursday. Tune in to see who is right.
When it's me.
Okay.
I was right last year. Just for the record, I was right last year.
He was right last year.
That's alleged. We don't have that recorded or anything.
we don't have an infinite record of that.
We literally have it recorded. Let's see. Oh, some upcoming releases and deals, guys. Persona 5 Royale, which is the new extension to Persona 5, because apparently a 300-hour game just isn't long enough.
Can't be long enough.
So,
you don't do enough chores.
March 31st, 2020. Jump back into that and get ready to lose your
Are you
job.
gonna play that?
God, dude, like I really want to play Persona.
You main Joker in Smash, dude.
I know. I really want to play Persona 5. I'm like, I have a PlayStation. And I can totally, even though I still think that whole game would be better for a handheld. But I really want to play it. But it's just like, I'm not going to finish that game for at least a year.
It's so big, dude.
It's like,
It
I'm
is
not kidding.
disgusting.
This game is absurd. It is ridiculous. There's so much stuff to do. It's like a huge city. There's a huge game.
Is there a lot of fillers?
Mainlining, no, not
Wow.
really. No.
So it's big
like
main plot.
It's
Wow.
big. It is big
Which
plot
is
stuff.
wild.
Big plot stuff. Like the game is like if you just mainline everything, like mainline it, rush as fast as possible. You're still looking at like 100 hours.
That's a Nintendo IP?
That is a.
I don't
not
know
Nintendo.
about that.
Ah, I forgot what the.
I don't know who owns that IP.
forgot. I don't
It
think
might be
it's
PlayStation actually, or Sony, because it's only on PlayStation.
Oh, it's a PlayStation exclusive. Okay.
Interesting. I don't know who owns that actually. I don't know, but that's exciting for you, those of you who want to spend literally 300 hours on a game. I mean, I've done that, but you know, but not on Persona. Then let's see. Oh, we got some new games coming to Game Pass. Since we are big fans of Game Pass here, this is Game Pass for PC specifically. So listen up, PC dudes and dudettes. We got. I don't know how to say this word.
P Studio one.
Faria.
Faria.
Is that it? Faria?
Yeah, like fairy. Faria.
Oh, okay.
Because it's some kind of
Faria.
like.
All right, so Faria, that's one. Demon's Tilt.
Do you know
Sounds
what
kinda
that
hot.
is? Demon's Tilt.
No idea. Pathologic 2.
I'm gonna-
Human Fall Flat. My Friend Pedro, which actually looks very cool, by the way. Very
Yeah,
fun.
that one does look really cool.
It looks
actually.
super
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
They're like skateboarding gunslinger.
It's like
sick.
it's like side scrolling, like skateboarding. You like slow down time. You like do flips and like.
Yeah, it looks really cool.
Cool.
It
Matrix
looks really
stuff.
cool.
Yeah.
Uh,
to, like on a skateboard.
Farming Simulator 17. Not gonna play.
Game of the
Maybe
year.
that might be
Game of
a
the year.
crazy one right there.
Game
with
of the
Bus
year right
Simulator,
there.
Truck Simulator.
Farming Simulator, dude. People really like that game. Like I see that game being remade.
Isn't that
for,
just
like,
Oregon Trail?
consoles. Like people really like that game.
Isn't
I
that
don't
just-
even like
Isn't that just Oregon Trail? Like,
much less growing.
Oregon Trail.
isn't that just Oregon Trail or Farming Simulator? Like, it's the same game. And then after that, you got Europa
Universalis.
Universalis. Okay, I wasn't sure if that was like French or something. 4. Universalis 4. Metro Last Light. Is it Redux?
Redo,
Redo, right?
It's French.
Yeah, okay. And then Age of Wonders Planetfall. I don't know what any of these games are, to be honest with you.
I
I
know.
have no idea what any of these games are.
Oregon Trail.
I got half of
Was it
them.
really good? Was Oregon Trail good? Because Division Matrix is on the chat is saying he
I haven't.
Yeah, I
played
played
it.
Oregon
Is
Trail.
that like a?
Is it
Yeah.
Farming Simulator?
It's like something?
No, I'm insulting it a little bit, but
Oh.
it's more like, you literally go to Oregon. Like, that's what the Oregon Trail is. Like, you travel to Oregon, but you have, like, your carriage wagons and stuff, and it's like, it's like turn-based, so it's like,
Wait,
oh, you
wasn't
stop
that
here.
like a text
3 kids
adventure?
died of rotten food. It's like, what?
Isn't
Like,
that like a text adventure on a PC?
yeah,
Like
it's close. It's very old.
Old,
very,
old,
very
old.
old. But it was cool.
Yes, I know what
It was
that
cool.
is. Okay, yeah, Oregon Trail was a computer lab game from the early
Yeah,
90s.
yeah. I remember
From
that
the
game.
early
Oh,
90s.
like you remember those like RPGs where like everything was just like text. Like they
Uh-huh.
just like give you everything in text.
Yeah.
That was the Oregon
Yeah.
Trail was.
Oh no, I didn't play that. I didn't get my first computer until 1999.
Oh.
Oh. I think I was like eating dirt.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I was.
I was 5.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I was eating my own boogers.
All right, so those are those deals. If any of those games interest you, check them out. Xbox Game Pass for PC, I mind you, for PC.
This is a weak lineup. They've been putting out bangers the last couple of months, but this is
very weak.
Metro Last Light Redo and My Friend Pedro are probably the best ones on there.
I'm probably gonna play that game, My Friend Pedro. It looks sick.
Honestly, it looks really cool. It just looks a good time. Yeah,
Kate might like that game actually. It just looks fun.
It's just good.
And then let's see. We're gonna move on to our rumors section here, and there's some spicy rumors here. So, first one, Marvel Spider-Man 2 is heavily rumored to launch in late 2021 around Christmas. That's pretty exciting right there.
Yeah,
because Spider-Man is so awesome.
Good. How will they follow that up?
So good.
The mechanics in that game was so good.
Just keep it the same,
just keep
but
doing
just better.
They
just
did
like a large DLC.
Do what they did. Do everything they did the last game, and just add new features on top of it.
Yeah, just do that.
And make it look nicer because PS5.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I mean that just happens with
PS5.
every new sequel.
And this rumor comes to us from Imran Khan. He's an ex Game Informer editor who was, when we reported on the 7 people that got fired, he was one of them. And he's now at Kind of Funny, who I'm a huge fan of. So, he was telling all those rumors. That's pretty cool right there. 3 years to turn around a game. It's a little quick, but that whole game was made in 3 years initially, so I mean that's pretty fast, man. 3 years for that game. Oof. Mm-hmm. Then the next thing we have is whispers, or little birds, as some characters like to say, are suggesting that PS5 and the next gen Xbox, the specs are very powerful yet very similar, and PS5's strategy is to be accessible as possible, hinting at little to no load times. This comes to us from Jason Schreier. He's very, very informed. Usually what he says is right.
Pretty spot on, yeah.
So that's exciting, man. Little to no load times. Oh, man. Console players will freak out, and then PC players will be like, yeah, just have that all the time. Like, but welcome to gaming.
Welcome to the 21st century of gaming, guys.
Yeah, and then something else that's pretty interesting, I want to get your guys' take on this, is PS4 Pro, released midway through PS4's life cycle, was a test case to extend the generation. And being that it was successful, because PS4 Pro, I think, is about a third of the units of a regular PlayStation, which is pretty good.
Wow. Okay.
It's pretty good.
That's a lot more than I thought, yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck.
There may be a PS5 Pro midway through the PS5's life cycle. This comes to us from, how am I going to do this name? Masayasu Ito. Is that right? I don't know. I tried.
Yeah, I'd buy that. Yeah.
So this comes to us from him, and he is the executive vice president of hardware and engineering at Sony. So this guy's gonna know.
He's the guy.
He's gonna know.
He's the guy.
What do you guys think of that? The mid-gen upgrades. What do you think of that?
I think it's just something that they do so they can sell more units. And honestly, after seeing this cycle multiple times, I've gotten to this point where I learned I'm not going to buy a next-gen console as soon as they come out. I'm going to buy the next-gen Pro console. Or I'm going to buy the next-gen consoles when they get cheaper when the Pro console comes out. Basically, I'm not going to buy a next-gen console until they stop making games for the generation that are currently.
That's usually like 2 to 3 years, I think, after.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Because that's what I did. Like, I didn't do that with.
What if there's PS5
Xbox
exclusives, dude? What are you gonna do?
I don't know.
What if God of War 2 is gonna be a PS5 exclusive? Like, there's no way you're
PS5.
There's no way you're not gonna play that game.
You're gonna buy a PS5.
There's no way you're not playing that.
I guess, yeah.
Bloodborne 2 PS5. There's no way you're not gonna play that.
But all the games that they made for last gen consoles, they also made for the previous gen. There wasn't any like.
Yeah, for a while. But...
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Until it gets to that point, then I'll buy one.
What do you think of the mid-gen upgrades?
I'm not gonna do it anymore.
I think it's smart.
Get more money, more business.
No, I think it's also good for
Consumers?
For consumers too, because it gives a cheaper alternative when the Pro version comes out. The incumbent current gen gets cheaper.
Yeah, the non-Pro or the basic one gets cheaper. Yeah.
So that kind of leads into a rumor, or I guess it's almost a fact now, that remember how we were talking about Xbox Lockhart? How Xbox kind of drifted away from developing for 2 consoles. You had Anaconda and Lockhart. They're the high end, low end.
Yeah, Lockhart was supposed to be the no disc drive one.
Yeah. So apparently that's still happening.
Okay.
I didn't know that until I read this Kotaku article. Or actually, Dealer was the one that really enforced that Lockhart was still alive. So the credit really goes to him. But Kotaku is just a bigger outlet, so they got it.
Right.
But Lockhart is still in the works. It's going to be all digital, lower end, next gen system. compared to Scarlet. It's targeting 1440-60 or 1440p resolution, 60 frames per second at probably around 3 to 350 price range.
Okay.
Interest you guys at all?
No.
All digital? Do you think that's a good move?
I think it's a good move for like the people who. I guess I would say like maybe the more casual gamer that doesn't have any kind of console currently.
Right. But do you think making a next-gen system focused around 1440-60 all digital is a good idea?
I think so.
Remember, xCloud is going to be live at this point, which is their streaming service. So I bet you this thing's going to come with xCloud, Game Pass Ultimate, boom, bundled.
I think it's I think it's a good. I think it's a good just kind of think of it as like your Xbox starter package. You know,
starter package.
Yeah, like a Yu-Gi-Oh booster deck. You know, that's what like this is the Xbox booster deck.
Really, this doesn't interest you at all, Sig? A cheaper, lesser model?
Doesn't interest me for me, but
it doesn't. One of the things the reason why there's an Xbox in my living room is it's a bargain. I was looking for a 4K Blu-ray player to play 4K Blu-rays, and you cannot buy a 4K native 4K Blu-ray player for less than $100.
Right.
Just a standalone player.
Right.
So being able to get the Xbox One,
how much
S,
the Xbox One S for?
I got it for $180 with the bundle. I got Battlefield 5 and Red Dead 2.
Okay, so
that's
you're
totally
like,
worth
if I
it.
get this, I get the games too.
And plus, I sold the
games
games.
for the buck. Yeah.
So I was like $140.
Yeah. Plus you have a system for your kid or whatever.
You can't even buy a 4K Blu-ray player for that price, like native 4K.
Yeah.
It's a bargain for what it is. It's a bargain, and them going away from that, I don't know. They wouldn't have sold me. There wouldn't be a PlayStation. There wouldn't be an Xbox sitting in my living room for that reason.
I guess that's what I guess yeah. It's just not.
I feel like this is trying to undercut PS5 because $350 PS5 will be $500.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, take people away from PlayStation, bring them to here because it's cheaper.
Because if a lot of people, their reasonings for going to PlayStation is because it's more affordable than Xbox, then this would definitely undercut that. Yeah.
Yeah. Which is the majority of gamers. Like a lot of gamers aren't like us.
I want the most affordable option. You know?
Yeah.
That's all there is to it. Games are expensive. It's an expensive hobby.
Yeah. And then a cool rumor for the PC guys out there: Horizon Zero Dawn may be coming to PC next year, early next year in February. Oh my God, that would look so good on PC.
That would actually be really nice.
Holy God, like 60 to 120 frames in that game. Oh. I would probably cry. Probably cry a little bit.
That would look beautiful.
And then the last thing we're going to tell you guys in the rumor section is apparently a new Tony Hawk Pro Skater game is in the works.
Let's go!
That is some old school PS2 nostalgia
That's
right
some
there.
good stuff, man.
Dude, Tony Hawk Pro Skater games were good, man.
Fun.
I don't even skate,
like
but like they were fun.
Have you ever played any Tony Hawk games?
I did, and our boy Division Matrix is nasty at that game.
Dude, it was
is.
just a good time. They had awesome soundtracks.
Oh,
dude.
yeah, dude.
I remember listening to like old school like Dookie album Green Day, and like just ripping it on this little course for like an hour.
Yeah,
listening to
those
the
games were
songs.
super fun.
It was super awesome, man.
That game was good.
That was
So that's pretty exciting.
That gives me a little nostalgia there.
That's
Okay.
super fun, and that's pretty much all the rumors we have for you guys. Remember, next year when consoles come out and everything we said is right, hopefully maybe
somebody's gonna be losing a bet.
Someone is losing a bet.
So. This is a year and a half in the making bet right here. Yeah. This is pay per view.
Look, either way, I win because if it is cheaper, if it is $500 or less, it's $100 less than I would have had to spend to buy one.
Yeah.
At the cost of less.
Are you gonna get a next gen system?
I will.
Which one are you gonna get?
Whoever has a 4K Blu-ray player.
Both of them.
Both of them.
Whichever one's cheaper. Then.
Whichever one's cheaper. Although I am,
what if they're the same price?
Don't forget, Xbox has that nice UI.
I am partial to the Game Pass.
That's true. That's true. So yeah, I would probably go for Xbox if I was you then.
That's the thing about Xbox. Their Game Pass is really a steal.
I'm definitely gonna get PlayStation.
It's good. Okay, guys. Well, I think we're gonna go ahead and round it out for today. That's kind of all the news we got. Thank you for tuning in. If you did,
thank you for listening.
Thank you for listening, our podcast listeners. Remember, guys, we stream this podcast live every Friday at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time at twitch.tv/FPSGuides. Remember to smash them follow and subscribe buttons Every little click gets us closer to relevancy, and we want to be more relevant. You can check out all of our content currently on Apple iTunes Podcast, Google Play Music, Spotify, Stitcher, YouTube, Alexa, and most importantly, our beautiful website, FPSGuides.com. It's shown right up there, actually. Also, check out our Discord. Link is in the description below. On Twitch, please feel free to just jump in and hang out. We don't have a password locking people from going in. Just look us up and drop in there, man. We're trying to play games with people. And remember, don't forget to tell your friends about it, guys. You know, every follower, every subscribe just helps us out so much. And more people that we have supporting our channel lets us make better content for you. So it's a little give and take here, guys.
Help us.
Help us. Help you. I don't think any content creators ever said that before.
No. Completely original statement.
That was completely original statement. Just came up with it just right now. All right, guys. Well, thank you for tuning in. Remember to tune in next Friday, and remember to play games.
Oh, watch out for our stream on Thursday night, Game Awards.
Oh, yeah. We're going to try and do that.
December
the
12th.
The day before
8:30.
next Friday. Yeah, whatever that day that, yeah. Okay, dope.
December 12th, 8:30.
All right, guys. Peace.
Play games, everybody. See ya.